I had bad feelings about a guy my girlfriend met and I was right, but my trust is already destroyed. I could type for a long time about this but nobody cares so I'll keep it simple. Some weeks ago my girlfriend attended a party with two friends of hers and there she met some male friends of her friends. One guy really stood out to her because he kept looking at her, he kept playing with her, and he also carried her on his back for fun. My girlfriend was very excited when she told me about all the new friends she met including that guy, and she didn't hesitate to tell me everything about him, also saying how awesome and hilarious he was. She also gave him her number since they met each other and became friends. I kept my mind at peace at first. I accepted that they are just friends and I appreciated his behavior since my girlfriend is shy and doesn't party, she usually just stands there. Next day my girlfriend told me that the guy had sent her 70 messages, actually 70. Some of them were just random letter spams, and there was a 7-minute voice message of him talking about his two exes and how working out changed his life and body. I immediately knew what was going on. I warned her that he was flirting with her and that she should be careful, and she should also keep him a little away. She started saying that that's not what's happening and that he is just being friendly with her. I tried many times to convince her that I was right but she wouldn't believe me. She also supported him in many ways whenever I said something wrong about him but I won't go into detail. That resulted in me not being able to trust her any longer and breaking down for half an hour. Some days passed and I somewhat got past the situation. Around that time I told her to hop on a call sometime to talk instead of text but she always said how she was really busy and never had the time to call. I accepted it because she actually is a busy person. Some days later she actually told me that she and her friend were talking on the phone for half an hour as if nothing had happened. I got furious and sent her a wall of text saying that our relationship is not a joke and demanded to know what was going on. The call itself wasn't the problem, that would be a silly reason to get mad. However, lying about even small things in our everyday lives is a problem. We managed to resolve the problem by having a big conversation. It seemed that the problem was finally fading away. I started slowly regaining trust. Some weeks later I even met the guy, and he wasn't that bad after all. He really was cool and funny as she said. I thought it had ended there. Truthfully, my trust for her still isn't complete after what happened. It will take a lot of time to regain it. That brings us to today. She just told me the guy texted her something along the lines of, "Hey, I don't know how to put this but I have something to tell you. You always make me feel amazing and comfortable around you. You are a very great and awesome person to be with. I have a lot of these feelings for you. However, I feel bad that I'm feeling this way while you have a boyfriend, and I respect him. I have decided to cut off ties with you so I can forget about you, I'm sorry." She said that I was right all along and that she's sorry. I responded calmly saying that I was indeed right. She replied that if anything like this happens ever again she will trust me when I warn her, and that she really is sorry. She keeps asking if there is anything else she can do to apologize. I told her that she ruined my mood for a long time, she broke my trust for her, she made me think if I was overthinking and being paranoid, she made me behave in a negative way towards her, all of that because she wouldn't believe me when I said that he's flirting with her. Everything could have been avoided that easily. I said I need some time alone to process this madness. As I'm writing this she's spamming me messages. I don't need advice. I don't need support. I wrote this to relax. Thanks for reading it. Some info about the relationship. She's the best girl I have ever met and our relationship is frickin' amazing if you don't count the slight lack of trust from my side. I could never find a better girl and I have plenty of reasons to continue being with her. This is, quite literally, the only bad thing that has ever happened in our relationship. Otherwise everything was and is perfect. Update. After reading so many comments for the first time, some of them positive, some of them negative, I decided it's worth it to post a part 2. Today I decided to talk with her about setting some boundaries on our relationship. We never set any boundaries before because I thought some things were just obvious, especially considering that when I showed that I was upset about her actions she kept on doing wrong stuff, but I was wrong and now I realize that. After I told her my boundaries, and she accepted them. She says that she really was naive and actually thought that guys were only trying to be friends with her, and only now she realizes the truth. She says that she will always listen to me when I warn her from now on. Everything's okay now. As I have said countless times, our relationship was and is very great, it's just this one inconvenience. I have warned her though that if anything like this happens again it will be an instant breakup and she says she understands and that now that she knows it won't happen again. People had a lot of questions that I didn't answer so I hope this sums it up for you. I don't want to share exact personal info, but both of us are adults and we haven't reached 25 yet. I mentioned that she made me act in a negative way and people didn't like that. I understand the reason, but I'll explain. Because of her actions, and because she continued doing stuff I didn't feel good with, I turned upset and sad. That resulted in me not believing basic stuff she said due to fear that I might be getting played with and asking her if she really cares about us. That was my negative attitude. I have never acted violently against her, I have never tried to embarrass her or scare her, and I am not ever planning to do so. There were times I was really angry but still acted nicely as always because I want this relationship to continue. For those asking why my trust was destroyed, I made this comment to explain. The reason my trust is destroyed is because one of the most important traits this girl had even before she became my GF is that she was extremely kind-hearted. Everybody knows how kind she is, and me and other people close to us knew that she would never cheat on me or do anything suspicious. However, ever since she met the guy her behavior has changed. She lies much more about stupid everyday things, for example the call, when she has absolutely no reason to lie about. Her behavior towards the guy was insanely overprotective. She even accused me of talking shit about him when I don't even know him, just because I said he's flirting with her. She gave him her phone number just like that. She was content with him carrying him on his back for fun, and she didn't think anything bad about someone talking 7 minutes about his personal life just a few hours after he met her. We hung out with the guy and some other friends. While the guy was kinda funny and cool, he wouldn't stop talking about how fit he was and secretly telling me, "I am not showing you my actual strength because your girlfriend is here." Later he also joked about how my girlfriend flirts with him and how she talks with many guys simultaneously. Of course that didn't help with my overthinking. My girlfriend didn't even think to keep some distance after what he did. She kept on supporting him and was fine with his behavior. Not to mention how mad she gets whenever female friends of mine even talk to me. Apparently any female that approaches me within a 2-meter distance is flirty, but the guy was just a great buddy of hers. The least I would expect from her would be to stop texting him so much. Whenever girls text me for romantic purposes I always make it clear that I have a girlfriend and I notify her about it. She didn't do the same though, instead she turned against me, and now she's apologizing. Thanks for reading. This sub actually helped me get it off of my chest. Reminder, I don't need advice, opinions, and thoughts though are welcome. Update 2. Well, some of you said that the guy would try to interfere with us again, and you were actually right. My girlfriend was once again invited to a party, just like how all of this started, but I couldn't attend the party. Together with her would be all of the friends that attended the first party, including the guy. At first he didn't want to go, because of my GF being there as far as I'm aware, but in the end he decided to go. Because of that, my girlfriend specifically asked me if I was okay with her going there, or if I would be uncomfortable with that. I said that I would be a little uncomfortable but told her to go and have fun, that's what matters. When she arrived at the place with her friends, the guy saw them and said hi. He went over to my girlfriend and said, "You don't hold a grudge against me, right?" She replied with, "I do," and moved on. Later at the party the guy kept asking her to dance and generally be more active, and my girlfriend kept saying, no. Then, he grabbed her by the arm and pulled her to the others to dance with them and apparently, have more fun. She resisted and the guy eventually went to some other friend group of his for a while. That was it, he didn't bother her any longer and they left. I had told my girlfriend to discuss with him a little and tell him to fuck off and never talk to her again, but she didn't because of the loud noises, and she generally didn't find a right time. Next day my girlfriend told me everything that happened and sweared that she tried to stop him as hard as she could. I said that it's fine. However, I gave her 2 options. She would either unblock him and text him to end this bullshit once and for all, or I would. She said that both options are good but she decided to text him herself, to which I agreed. I also asked for screenshots of the message. You see, I couldn't be any more satisfied. Not only did she send me screenshots of her messages, she sent a massive wall of text telling him all of the reasons she wants to cut him off, that she does not like him at all after what he's done, that his behavior was annoying and his actions were completely wrong. She also added that she almost broke up because of him. That was perfect. Also, my girlfriend's best friend, M, who is her childhood friend, and the one who introduced my girlfriend to the guy during the first party, found out what he did and how he acted and he agrees that he's an a-hole. He told us that he's generally an asshole and his behavior is annoying and bad towards everybody. This is the true end of all of this madness, and I'm extremely satisfied. We won't be hearing from him ever again.